organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV this morning, decision made. Iowa City names its new police chief. And Iowa to New York while Governor Branstad meets with President-elect Donald Trump.
The Cyhawk series continues in sports.
3 Iowa teams prepare to take on their in-state rivals.
We've got all that and more coming up. Stay with us on Daily Iowan TV. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Bradley Martin. The search is finally over. During last night's City Council meeting, Iowa City welcomed its new police chief. Though it wasn't a unanimous vote, Jody Matherly officially accepted the position. Matherly was chief of the Altoona Police Department since 2012 and will now be replacing former chief Sam Hagerdine, who retired June 30th of this year. He says that until the position opened up, he had never considered leaving Altoona. Matherly will begin his duties as Iowa City Police Chief on January 23rd. Yesterday, Iowa Governor Terry Branstad met with President-elect Donald Trump in New York City. The meeting took place after speculation that Branstad might become President-elect new ambassador to China. Branstad has maintained a long-term friendship with China's President Xi Jinping and showed support for Donald Trump throughout his campaign. However, the Iowa governor did not make any announcement regarding the ambassador position. With congested parking plaguing Iowa City, it looks like a solution is on the horizon. For more on the story, here is Daily Iowan TV reporter Rachel Valentine.
With fellow businesses and the University of Iowa campus, Iowa City can be considered a congested community. An Iowa City Council meeting was held on December 5th at 7 p.m. to address current issues regarding Item 10. What exactly is Item 10?
Item 10 relates to approving a contract with a urban design firm to study the use of form-based codes in the Alexander neighborhood in the South District, as well as in the north side and on the north side of the downtown.
In other words, the city approved the contract with the design consultant of Opticos Design Incorporation for a new development respecting historical properties, businesses, and the University of Iowa campus to resolve the parking issues. Some Iowa City residents had strong opinions about the congestion of Iowa City parking.
Downtown Iowa City seems to be very congested because of the students. There's almost no parking that isn't in the ramps downtown. Residential areas seem to be better the further you get from downtown. The east side and sort of the west side are pretty good for parking, but it is the downtown that's primarily congested.
A consensus was made for the consultation of parking in residential areas in the Iowa City community. Reporting from City Hall, I'm Rachel Valentine with Daily Iowan TV.
And parking definitely is congested in the Iowa City area, hoping to see a solution to that in the horizon. Now, yesterday, the Iowa City Police Department arrested 2 suspects involved in a BB gun shooting last month. Police say the 2 teenagers from Cedar Rapids were driving around in Iowa City with a stolen BB gun and shooting it at random pedestrians. One woman was shot twice in the chest and another was held at gunpoint for money on South Gilbert Street. 18-year-old Devin Charles Hook is being held in Johnson County Jail. Information on the 14-year-old suspect has yet to be released. While the winter weather is a welcome change for many, one Iowa City staple may face some difficulties because of it. Daily Iowan TV's Christopher Cavantes reports with more.
With Iowa City settling into a snow-filled winter, students are flocking to the protective frames of the university campus. However, this seasonal shift adds some extra problems for the service. The biggest problem? Overcrowding and snowy roads.
The big impact that cold has is that ridership jumps up dramatically. You'll see a lot more people wanting to catch buses. So the effect that has is just slowing down the service when you have high volumes of usage.
Despite the change in weather, the drivers remain certain that they can keep up the excellence that CAN bus is known for. They believe that the snow won't be a problem for them. Quinn Behrens has been with CAN bus for 3 years now. He's confident in his ability to drive, as well as the machine at his fingertips.
They handle fine in the snow. They're quite heavy, so they maintain traction well, and they're equipped with many electronic features that help us to maintain traction as well.
Despite all this, though, CAN bus is asking one little thing from the University of Iowa students in the coming months.
If you can, the biggest thing is just try to move as far back as possible. Make room for more people.
Reporting from Iowa City, this is Christopher Cervantes, Daily Iowan TV.
And winter weather is clearly making its mark on the Iowa City area. The cold and dreary days are unfortunately here to stay. Zhao Li has a full update.
Thanks, Bradley. We will continue today with a mostly cloudy sky with a chance of scattered flurries. It'll be a chilly day with highs in the 20s, and the occasional winds will make it feel even cooler. By this afternoon, we can expect a temperature of 28 degrees, and moving into the night, the temps will drop down to 17 degrees, and Thursday should be the coolest day of the week with a high of 23 degrees. Now taking a look at our 6A's extended forecast. Friday, we see similar temperatures with partly cloudy skies, and by the weekend, more snows will come into the region from the west. Saturday, temps will warm up just a little bit, and Sunday, we are looking at highs in the upper 20s to lower 30s with 50% chance of snow. And next Monday and Tuesday should be the start of another chill, with Tuesday's forecast reaching single digits. And now some information you may want to know when the extreme snow and icy conditions happen. When possible, the city of Iowa City will announce snow emergencies the day before they go into effect. Those emergencies typically last 48 hours, although the hours may be extended. When possible, vehicles should be moved to off-street parking spots during a snow emergency. Free overnight parking in the city-owned ramps and lots will be provided by the city when the snow emergencies are in effect. More information could be found online at www.icgov.org/snow. That's all I have for you here at the Weather Studio. Now, Bradley, back to you.
Thanks, Xiao. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more time before a snow emergency hits us here in Iowa City. Now, yesterday, the University of Iowa released the final draft of what they call their 5-year plan. The region centered their plans for the university around 3 major goals and a new vision statement. UI Provost Barry Butler says that this was a collaborative effort made up of 18 strategic planners and forums with more than 750 UI community members. The 5-year roadmap is available on the Office of the Executive Vice President's website. So if you'd like to know more, you can check it out there. Yesterday, hundreds of people lined up for an annual winter clothing drive. The United Action for Youth organization in Iowa City brought in more donations than in previous years. They collected 240 coats in one day. Group organizers expect to serve nearly 300 low-income families with those collections. And yesterday was the last week of their clothing drive. And fortunately, they've gotten enough donations to last them until the next drive in the spring. Big week in sports, a lot of rivalry between Iowa State. Zach and Olivia, tell us more in the sports studio.
Yeah, there is. You got women's basketball, men's basketball, wrestling, a lot of Iowa State matchups.
Definitely, the rivalry is a ton of fun, so it's definitely going to be an exciting week here in Iowa.
Yeah, it really much so should. Kathleen Doyle is the future of the Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball team, and the freshman from LaGrange Park, Illinois, is already making an impact. Sports reporter Zach Lohman has more.
Iowa Hawkeyes freshman guard Kathleen Doyle earned high praise coming out of high school. She earned first-team All-State honors from the Associated Press and was voted most valuable player her senior year of high school. But transitioning from high school to college isn't that easy. Luckily, Doyle had full support from her coaches and teammates.
They know it's really hard, so they're always encouraging the freshmen especially. I mean, they're encouraging the whole team, but especially freshmen because they know that it's a difficult experience. But I think our whole freshman class, as a group, has done a really good job of making that transition. It's been really fun so far.
Besides having the support of her team, Kathleen also has 5 siblings, 3 of which who played at the collegiate level. Having this type of moral support helps Kathleen get through the tough times of being a student athlete.
Annie, Mick, and Sheila, my sister, all played college sports, and they know how hard it is to be a student athlete, and so they just, whenever I need to rant about something or ask for advice, they're always there for me. So they've done I'm thankful for them for that.
In the last few games, Kathleen has been added to the starting lineup and doesn't look to slow down anytime soon. Head coach Lisa Bluter has been very impressed by the freshman's composure and maturity that she shows on the court.
We just wanted to try something different. Basically, you know, I feel like she's just really has great composure on the floor. She's competitive on the floor. She's, you know, playing very well defensively. So we went with a change, and we're going to stick with that.
And obviously, every player on the team is working towards that, and nothing is guaranteed. I still have to earn it every single day in practice, and I know that. But they just gave us the scout, and my name was in the starting lineup. So I was excited about it. I just wanted to make sure I made the most of the opportunity. And
reporting from Carver Hawkeye Arena, this has been Zachary Lohman with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
You know, Zach, it's a big game for Doyle and her team as well, as the Hawkeyes play host to the Iowa State Cyclones tonight at 7 p.m. Cyclones are on a bit of a roll after going 6-1 in their non-conference schedule.
Threats, they have three-point shooters. They also have a pretty developed inside game in their post. So they're an all-around team, but we're just going to have to go out there and play our style of basketball. We're going to look to push. We're going to look to get back and get stops on defense, and we're going to focus on rebounding. And I think that there's no reason we can't make some really good things happen if we stick to our game plan.
The Iowa State rivalry dates way back, with the Hawkeyes currently trailing in the race for the Cy-Hawk Championship.
Well, Iowa State. Don't need to probably say a whole lot more. Everybody gets excited about this game. You know, our fans get excited about it. Our players get a little bit more amped for it. It's just a great rivalry, and we're excited to host such a good school.
Well, that's going to be an exciting one tonight, and there's another freshman making some impacts over there for the Jim Hawks.
Yeah, you know, I was actually at the inter-squad meet this past Saturday, and there was a freshman standing out to me the most. An elite gymnast from New Zealand departed on her 8,000-mile journey to compete for the Iowa women's gymnastics team as an all-around freshman. With already 5 national titles and a bronze medal, Sullivan is ready to put her success into the team.
In New Zealand, it was such like a single, like individual sport, and here it's such like a team, and I love that. So it's like a good change. She came from an elite background, so she's very well equipped with gymnastics already. So she'll contribute a lot with how our team will compete this year and on each event.
From the type of gymnastics she did internationally, we have to mesh it with the collegiate system, and so that was the hardest one for her to make the changeover. Everywhere else, she's outstanding. So that's the hardest one for her.
Outstanding is just one of the many words to describe Charlotte, as her teammates and coaches reflect on the unique gymnast that she is.
She's interesting because for as talented and as dynamic as her gymnastics is, she's quite quiet, very reserved, and so the person that she is so very separated from the athlete that she is.
She is the sweetest person ever. She's very hardworking, very dedicated, and will do anything to help out a team member to keep push them to the next level. And she's got a great attitude, which really helps with the environment in and out of the gym. I absolutely love everyone on this team. We get along so well, and it's nice just to come here and have 20 automatic friends. So I really like it.
For Charlotte, her early success was just the beginning. Starting January 8th, this young athlete will take her skills to collegiate competition. Reporting for women's gymnastics, this has been Olivia Corbett, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
We will have highlights and reaction from that women's basketball game against the Cyclones on tomorrow's show.
And for the last time, back to you, Bradley.
Thanks, guys, and not quite the last time here with one more story. So, as many of you know, the new UI Stead Family Children's Hospital delayed its opening. Reporters say the hospital is set to open in either January or February. Be sure to tune in to tomorrow's broadcast to see reporter Ryan Scott, who will have that full story. And that's going to wrap up both our Monday morning edition of Daily Iowan TV and my anchoring career with Daily Iowan TV. Although a bittersweet ending, the countless Iowa City natives that I've had the pleasure of speaking with have made this job truly worthwhile. And for the Daily Iowan TV team, this is just the beginning. You know the drill. Be sure to check out our website, dailyiowan.com, for all the latest news between now and Friday. And also, don't forget to pick up a copy of our print edition, the Daily Iowan. For the last time, I'm Bradley Martin. Have a great day, Iowa City.